Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my angels, my loves. Thank you for joining me at Guided Leap of Faith. So, what I'm going to go ahead and pull for now, and I will put another reading out for you guys for today. But right now, I do want to pull for the Seven Horseshoe Tarot, which we're going to talk about the past, the present, the hidden influence, the querent, the influence of others, and how people, close to you or the partner feel about the situation, what you should do, and of course the final outcome. Okay. I also do kind of, well, I'll talk about what my energy feels. Well, no, I'll go ahead and speak about it now, then I can speak about it on my next reading. I do really feel like right now what the energy is I kind of have a couple of things. Okay, so for one, I feel like the person that you've moved on for, your divine partner, your twin, your high level soulmate, that union did not come. I feel like that person was in and out of your life. But I feel like that person is just now really starting to realize that you're not coming back, and they're probably feeling that maybe it's best to just kind of let go, because I feel like they've been holding on to your energy, holding on, thinking that you guys will, run into each other or come back together, or you'll unblock them, reach out to them. And I feel like they're starting to want to, you know kind of let go of that notion, and I think that it might be settling with them now that you're not coming back, that you are really done. And I feel like they went to another connection. Rather, they went to a new person, or someone that, a child's mother, a wife, someone that had a long term, someone that had history with. I feel like, even though they're not the happiest in that situation, they may just settle for that, for the time being, and just, because they feel like they've done too much. They feel like you're not going to take them back, and they don't really want to reach out to you because they don't want to be rejected by you. Or maybe they have tried at one point to reach out to you and realize that they're blocked, okay? But I just feel like, at this point, they feel like maybe they just need to let go and let you move on, They know if they've done you wrong. 2020 when I say that. I'm sorry, 0220 when I said that. So they know that what they did to you was wrong. They know that you deserve better. And they may, at this point, feel like for some of you to just let you go on and be happy, okay? I also feel like for some, this person is angry, not only with themselves, but with people that they allow to come between your connection, okay? This person definitely put in work in another situation to thinking that there was going to be a future with that, they were going to have a happy ending with that, and that turned out not to be the case, okay? And now I think that even though in their heart they knew that they loved you, and even though in their heart they knew that they wanted you to be a part of their life, they allowed people to get in their ear and influence them. And maybe they were married or had a long-term commitment, or maybe they had a child's mother or a father, okay, that they were with, that they had longevity with, and maybe that's who their family and friends liked, even though that could have been a toxic relationship. That's who the family and friends were like, well, no, you need to work on this, you don't need to run away from this, you don't know what's going to happen, the other thing, then you would have lost them both, or so I think that they allow someone else to get in their ear, and because your person may have been a people pleaser, they went for what other people were saying instead of following their own judgment and their own intuition, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the seven tarot for today, so we can know that what happened. And I want to call on Father God. I'm calling you today that you assist me with this reading, that you use me as a tool to reach those who need to receive um, information from you, downloads from you, or just guidance from you on their healing journey. Okay, I do ask that my Archangel Michael come in and protect me as I do this reading, keep away any negative naysayers or energy from coming my way, and for my ancestors that have passed over, that watch over me, my spirit team, guide me as I do this reading. Okay, so let's see, what is it, spirit guides, that's happened in the past? What were the past events that's impacting the current situation? Okay, so we have the thinking man. Okay, so the thinking man came out as the past. Actually two came out, but I'm only going to take one. So I'll take the second one as the present, because we do need to do the past, the present, So we'll put that one. So what the thinking man, this is somebody who, didn't actually follow their intuition in the past. They did do a lot of thinking about which direction they wanted to go in. I feel like this person had more than one direction ahead of them, and even though their intuition, generally they are a very intuitive person, okay? But I feel like this person did not listen to their intuition, and instead of following their intuition, they allow, like I said earlier, they didn't they allow other people to get into their mind and help to determine which direction this person should go into, instead of listening to their intuition and going down the direction that the spirit guides them into. I think that at this time, I think that person was dealing with a lot of spiritual, mental, and emotional pursuits, and their intuition was trying to tell them to pay attention, and they did not. Okay, so this person also could have had new love interests that came into the picture. Okay, so, and this person changed course with you, and I feel like when this person changed course with you, like, you didn't really see it coming. Like, I feel like really everything was going fine. I didn't think that there were any problems between the two of you. The person just simply changed direction and just changed on you. Okay, their behavior changed. They became hot and cold. They stopped giving into the situation. They stopped contacting you as much as they used to. They stopped answering your messages. They just stopped building with you, and they started pulling away from you. And that's because they were given to another situation. Okay? And I think that this person, okay, so that's the past. So we're not going to say what I think they're doing now. Okay. So with the present journey, and really this did come out for both, for the past, and it does kind of fit the past and the present, because with the past, remember I said that I felt like this person had went another direction, had a choice of a direction, and they chose another direction over you. So that kind of does kind of speak about what I was saying about the past. And you see how the light is out there? So intuitively, their spirit guides, their ancestors, their spirit team was trying to guide them onto your path, but they didn't. They chose another path over you, okay? So with the journey being out here now to represent the present, this person is still being intuitively guided as to what to do now that you are in no contact, or if for those of you who are still having contact, you're having limited contact, not as much as you used to. This person is still being guided to come towards you. They owe you an apology for one. They owe you an explanation for another. This person is also, being guided to go towards the path that they're a higher level path. This person could be looking at going on a work-related trip, a vacation, a retreat, but this person could be looking at moving, relocating, change of address. They could be thinking about leaving the situation that they're in to go after their life journey. This person is definitely one to switch directions at this point, and they're being too guided to switch directions and to get to their higher self, to leave. This person wants to leave something behind. They want to leave their baggage behind. Okay. All right. So what's the hidden influence? What is it that's unseen? What's the problem now that you as a collective don't know about, that's going on with your person? Something wanting to come out, I didn't. So let's do that again. What's the hidden influence that's going on behind the scenes with this person? Okay. Thank you. Walking away. Yeah, so this person does. They either have walked away and they're leaving the past behind them, or they want to walk away and leave the past behind them. So whatever it is that they went towards, whatever it is that they chose over you, it didn't work out for them. Okay. And this is a 27, which is going to fall onto a 9. So there's something that's going on now that we're vibrating in the number 9 year in 2025. So this person does want to walk away to their happiness, to their abundance, to their joy, to a better way of living, to a more positive, upbeat environment, and they want to leave the past behind them. Okay, so that's what's influencing now that you don't know. Or this person could have already left. With the journey being out here, when we talking about a possible move, a possible change of residence, this person could have already moved or be in a process of moving at this time. But either way, they're wanting to leave the familiar, and they're actually looking excited about going to maybe something that's unfamiliar with them. Okay, it could be a career goal, it could be a relationship, it could be just anything, but it's definitely going to be a long-term experience for them. So they're wanting something that this person might be ready to start a new beginning in love. Okay, maybe before they were holding on to being single, or they're holding on to someone from the past, or false beliefs, or just old habits, or emotional patterns, or addictions. Just whatever it was definitely draining them because it was negative energy. And now they want to be more free. They want to have a healthier way of thinking, and they want to be able to relate to you. They want to meet you where you are because you're on a much higher vibration than what they have been dealing with in the past. Okay, so what's the querent? All right, so the querent is the attitude about the situation. So what is the querent for the 7 card pull? Okay, financial constraints. Okay, so right now, the attitude towards the situation is that this person is dealing with they're having some financial issues at this time. So whatever they invested in could have really drained them of their finances. They could have either tried to start a business that was not productive, or 1111 when I say that. They could have gone into a relationship with someone who was, pulling on their purse strings or their wallet strings. But whatever it is that this person is dealing with some financial loss, and they feel like, money isn't doing really well for them right now. And it could be that they're dealing with a little bit of karma. And I normally don't clarify sevens, but I might clarify that for you. This person went to something or tried to build on something, business, relationship wise, or whatever. And right now they're losing money, they're losing finances. They could be having some bankruptcy. They could have experienced additional bills. They could have taken on extra responsibilities, whether they had a child, or took on family situation, or just have more bills just with businesses, or fines, or tickets, or whatever. But right now they're doing they have some financial constraints, and that's kind of stalling them, and coming in the way of them actually reaching out towards you or coming to you, because they do feel like they do want a long term with you. They do feel like they want to come to you. You are their happiness. They love you. You are the abundance. But they want to be able to have something to offer when they come to you. They don't want to come to you and then have to rely on you or be codependent on you. They want to be able to come to you as a man or as a woman and be able to hold their own and have something to offer to you, especially since they know that they've done you wrong in the past. They want to come in and change the view of your perspective of how you see them. Okay, so they don't want you to see them as somebody that you can't rely on, depend on, or even hold their own. Okay, and this person could have been codependent, and that could be one of the things that led them towards the other relationship that they chose over you. Okay, and I don't know why. Like, I just had the feeling of health. Like, somebody's health could have played a role in that. Rather is your person health, or rather the health of the person they went to. I feel like just now, thank you. I feel like somebody who they were interacting with was somebody that was doing something for them. Like, maybe somebody could have been providing them with some type of medical insurance, social security, health insurance for their job, employer, or somebody was helping to take care of them, or they feel like they needed to help to take care of somebody else because maybe somebody else, was not feeling healthy and couldn't go to work, and they took some extra responsibilities because this other person that they chose over you isn't working, isn't pulling their own weight, isn't really providing, and they have to kind of provide for this person financially. I don't know why I just got that, but I did. Okay, so the influence of others and how people close to you or them feel about the situation. All right, so, oh, thank you. 2 cards. All right, so 2 cards came out. Jeez Louise, I'm just going to take them. I'm just being guided to take them. All right, so the first one that came out was Angel of Strength, okay? And then Attachment. So it's going to be more than 7-card pull because 2 came out. And both of them are 5s, which speaks about change, fast change. Okay, so this person, the influence that others have is that people see that you've gained, and I'm going to read this two ways, okay? So people around you, because the influence of others and how people close to you for that situation, people around you see that you've gathered the strength to move on, to let this go, to let go of unhealthy relationships, to let go of what wasn't serving you. You've had the strength to stand in your power, withdraw your power. They see you now, happy, at peace, like you the world you have the world at your hands. They see you doing something productive and on your journey, okay, of where you need to go. You're listening to your intuition. You're standing in your power. You're influencing others. You're doing something different about yourself. You're coming out more. You're interacting more. You're not sitting back. You're not dwelling. It's like you found your power. You found your strength. You found you again, and you're pouring more love into yourself. So that's the angel of strength that I see, on the influence of others. And then I see attachment. So, and that is speaking of the other person, okay? And so people around the situation around them could see that your person, has is wearing a mask, and they feel like they're attached to a situation, like they can't. People can see that they're unhappy, that they feel like they've gotten themselves in a situation that they can't get out of, they can't free themselves of. People see that your person, is not at peace. Maybe they're having headaches, maybe they're not sleeping, maybe they're doing additional drugs, alcohol, maybe they're being withdrawn. They see that this person feels overwhelmed and burdened, okay? They see that this person has strong attachments to something of the past, either as people from the past. Again, it could be that they have a child with someone, a child's mother, a child's father, or it could be that they just have responsibilities, they have a business together or something. But they're definitely, with the chain here, with that, they're bolted to something and someone of the past, okay? And they seem like they just can't move forward. And people see, like how your person, every time they try to take a step forward, they get pushed back, 2 or 3 steps back. This person can actually have physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships that could be an addiction to them. This person's attached to some type of toxicity, and this person, is living in fear. They're in fear of how to move on, how to be happy. This person, I believe, was probably hurt in the past. This person is just dealing with a lot of unhealthy habits. But it's unhealthy habits that's of their own making, okay? No one created these habits for this person, no one but them. Now, if they're with people who are toxic, it's because they're choosing to stay with toxic people, okay? Because they can leave that situation if they want. If they have addictions, whether sexual, alcohol, mental, or drugs, like, they can get help for that. So whatever it is, whatever attachment this person has, whatever they're codependent on, like, it's they can free themselves if they really want to, if they do the work. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but it can be done. They can do it. So even if they feel like they're in a situation like they're codependent on somebody because they have bills, or they have a business, or they're sharing accounts, or they share a home or something, like, they can move, they can get an apartment. If their credit's messed up, they can repair it, they can talk to someone. Like, it's things that they could do. But I feel like fear is holding this person back, and they're staying attached to things out of fear of losing whatever material objects they may have, losing some money, or even just losing their way, losing control. And that's like the biggest thing. I feel like the person that you were with, they feel powerful when they have control. And I think that them feeling like they won't have control in a situation makes them feel less powerful, okay? And so they fear that, of the unknown. All right, so what course of action should this person take? What course of action as the next card? Ooh, thank you. Ooh, you really flew out of there. 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. Okay, so Archangel Raphael is considered the thunder of God. So he is one that you call upon when you want to turn faith into anguish. Okay, so he represents forgiveness, and he instills hope and strength. And that's funny how he comes after following the strength card, because that's what this person lacks right now. This person needs to release old habits, okay? No, wait, I'm sorry. This is Raphael. I'm thinking about Ramel. Okay, so Raphael is the healer of God. So you call on him when you need healing, whether it's physical, spiritual, or emotionally. Okay. So this person right now, they need some healing. And like I said, I told you earlier, I thought something had to do with health. So this person definitely, they need to heal their heart. They need to heal their heart of past trauma. Could be something that went on in their childhood or even adulthood, but this person was hurt, okay, and they've experienced some things, and I feel like they're acting out of that trauma, like out of protection for themselves, but they don't realize that by out of protecting themselves from future hurts or what may or may not go wrong, this person's actually holding on to toxicity, okay, out of the fear of the unknown. So with Raphael being out here, this is one that does let me know that this person does need a lot of healing. They need to heal their past ways. They need to heal if they're dealing with abandonment issues from either one parent or both. They need to put closure to that. If they've been hurt, if someone deceived them, cheated on them, betrayed them, lied to them, like they need to let that past go. They need to release the past so that they can heal and move on and have a productive future. Okay, so that's what the, and then with it being the fourth chakra, that does speak about the heart. So it lets me know that they don't have balance in relationships. Like they're not in a loving relationship and they're not receiving compassion at this point. And your person is not being compassionate or loving. Okay, so the relationship that they're tied to right now, it could just basically be built on lust and material things. And when I say lust, I use that very loosely. I'm sorry, loosely, because I feel like right now it isn't much lust, there isn't much passion, there isn't much intimacy going on in that relationship because your person doesn't really want to be there and they feel stuck in that. So, maybe sometimes they're having intimacy, but for the majority of the time, I feel like they're not. And it is really like a codependent, it's a burden. They really feel like they have some burden. Okay. So now, what can I get? Give me the final card, which is the final outcome. So what is the final outcome for this situation? What's the final outcome? Rest and rejuvenation. All right, so yes, this person is being called to go in and retreat. They're being called to meditate. They're being called to rest. Lean and listen to their intuition. Pray. Do maybe some yoga. This person definitely needs to go into a meditative state at this point. Um, I feel like this person's very busy. They're busy working because they're dealing with financial constraints. They're trying to reserve money, for the future, even just probably to get through times now. This person definitely needs to allow themselves to go in within, to open up, to have some peace and some wisdom, okay? This person also needs to consider some peaceful thinking, try to think positive. They need to connect more with their spirit to get assistance on how to achieve, a happier outcome for themselves and even how to get through just with their daily life. Okay, so this person is definitely being called to come in, rest, and rejuvenate, to transform, to heal. Okay, and those are the 7 cards. So let's get I don't want to clarify because I don't clarify on these, but Jesus, what do you want me to do? Let's do a timing card, okay? How about that? We'll do a timing card. Because this person looks like they're thinking about making changes in their life, they're being called to heal, put things, and walk away from a situation. So let's just get a timing card as to, when things might actually turn around for a more positive outcome for this person. Okay. All right, angels. When can this person see a change? And this is gonna change for different people in their scenarios because it's probably really gonna depend on when this person goes in and do the healing work. October. So this person might, be working on something now and might be able to free themselves of a past situation in October. What else? Is there anything else here? Have faith. Divine timing is at play. So this person, yeah. So things are going to work around. The divine is working on this person and helping them to heal, is enlightening the path for them to go on. It's trying to show them the route that they need to take, and it says, give it, give it time. It's in the works. So yeah, this person's working on themselves at this point. They are trying to get the strength. They are wanting to release themselves of something of the past and just get their thoughts together, working on their money, possibly trying to move and just get away from a negative environment and negative situation that's really taking toll on them. Okay, so that's my 7 card read for you for today. Thank you for allowing me a part of your journey, and until the next reading.